Good morning. It's Friday morning. I took Friday off, so my dad and I came up here. We're gonna work on some siding today and tomorrow. It's supposed to be really hot again today, so I'm hoping we can at least get some progress done with getting past the windows. But we'll see how far we get before it gets too warm for us to do much. But hopefully by the end of tomorrow, we'll be past the windows and all the hard stuff, and then we'll be able to get just the simple stuff over here in the corners, if you want to call it that. So that's the plan. Nothing too exciting. But yeah, we'll get started doing that here. All right, my dad and I are contemplating if we should do this side or this side. Either one is not really fun, but I think we're going to do this side. We have to run it all the way up to the second story window, then notch it over and go up. And I don't know how high it goes up there, so we got to measure all that and see exactly what that is. It runs like almost parallel, kind of a couple inches out from this power pole. So it'll kind of go up and then it would come back over. And then at the top, I actually tested this past weekend. You can fit a biscuit joint in there. So I'm gonna biscuit joint it and glue another piece because it won't reach all the way up to the soffit there. I don't know how tall that is, but we'll have to figure out what size that will be once we get up there. And yeah, so we'll go from there. All right, we got a full piece up on here, sitting on the sawhorse, and this is our cut station. I made a mark here for the bottom of the window. This is going to be the bottom down here. This is going to be the bottom of the piece we're putting in. So this is the bottom of the window. This is the top of the window plus 3/8 gap for the rain, the drip cap. And then we measured out the notch we have to take out for the window. So there is not much left. There's only about 2.5 inches left on this piece when we put it up. And so we'll have to make sure, hopefully it won't break. And then we have made up like 1.5 feet. And then up here, I'll show this at a little bit later. I need to biscuit joint this. So I'm gonna cut some biscuits in here and then glue them. They should fit. I did test it at home. All right, so I got the biscuits marked on this. I found when I was doing testing that it actually was, because this side was flush, it was better for doing the biscuits because it's a flat surface. The front side has that cedar texture, so it does kind of add some variance to it. So if you haven't seen biscuits before, they just slide in here. Nice little slot that they go in. And it's a nice solid way to attach something end to end versus just regular glue, which would not hold hard at all, basically. So this gives you a lot of surface that you can do that. So we'll show the other end when we get to that point. But for now, we gotta paint this. One thing I was gonna show you, so I bought this off of Amazon last week. Paint Saint. Basically, it's a paintbrush in a plastic can, and they give you some like little mixing balls, kind of like a spray paint type of thing. I'll see if it stayed fresh. This is a week later, so I don't know how, it might be stuck. The paint has glued it together. Yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. So yeah, there's a little gasket in there, it looks like. And that's stuck to the thing right now, but it's nice for something like this where you can paint it and you don't have to wash your brush or anything. Just keep it for next week. So. All right, we got everything all set up. My dad and I are discussing the logistics of how to get this up without that little small piece breaking. So we are, we're gonna slide it up under here and have it lean against the house, sitting on the ground. My dad's gonna go on the bottom scaffold piece here. I'll go up to the top and then help lift it up, support it from up there. Because there's only about 2.5 inches going around that window, so it's not very much. And then I'll probably tack it with a brad nailer just to get it to stay once we get it in place. Because what we're gonna have to do is slide it up and then behind the electrical box. And I don't know if it hits the meter box. It might actually slightly go behind the meter box as well, but both are detached right now, so we can slide behind. So that's the plan. We got it in. We did slightly close the gap between, so it's a little less than 1/8 here, mainly because up by the window we cut it a little bit too long. You can't see it from here, but it was more like 3/8, 1/2 inch gap down at the bottom of the window, down here ish. So I'll just put some caulk in there. There's actually got a first round of caulking, and then we'll put some more. Up at the top it's actually perfect, so somehow either the window frame slightly not level or not, but either way should be fine. So yeah, next one, we're gonna cut the little triangle piece there and get it up to the soffit. So I had marked with a white marker. I've been using a white paint marker because it shows up good against the charcoal, where the biscuits were on the other board, so I know exactly where they'll line up. We did that before, so. What, not plugged in?
Plugged in there.
Oh, power's off. All right, we'll come back. Power's off. So just to show you, there is the tiniest of gaps. I wasn't even sure if this would work, but since I just have that tiny piece up top, it should work fine for that once you glue it. And I'll caulk the joint as well, make it all look like it's one seamless piece. All right, we got the little triangle piece in. Let me see if I can get, I can't really see it from here. I might have to do a camera angle from up the top, but it fits nice. There's a large gap up there. That's going to be covered by trim. We have the 3.5 inch trim that I'm running along the soffit, so that'll be good for that. And yeah, and then there's a little gap between that and the window, and that's actually going to be covered by a batten. So we should be all right. But So yeah, it's hard to, I can't really even see the seam here. It's glued and caulked. So I used the biscuits, glued and caulked it. And the caulk is black, and almost when it dries, it's almost the exact same color as the siding. So it's a big stretch, just regular black caulk. It's amazing. So, all right, it's time for lunch. We'll do that, and then I think we're going to do behind the power pole after lunch, but not sure yet. Okay, we got this side done. All the way up, well, at least up to there. There's a, I don't know, 1.5 inch gap running between there. That'll be covered by trim. And then obviously all the nails on the board pieces will be covered by batten. So tomorrow we will be working on notching around this window and going up here. And then there's other kind of notches and whatnot up above that window up there. So we will be doing that tomorrow. Good morning. It's Saturday morning. My dad and I stayed overnight last night. We're just getting stuff set up here. The cut station, everything else. Be doing what I mentioned earlier, just working on the siding on this side. I think we're gonna start kind of underneath the window there, simply because I want to kind of progress that way. I don't want to start on this and then get stuck if something was off here, and you'd have to rip everything off, which would just be a mess. So we'll start up there and then go forward. All right, we got done with the most complex cut so far. At least I think it is. We won't know if it fits until we get up there, but so this is obviously where the soffit was, the angle of the A-frame. We had to notch out for the 3rd story window, the attic window. Come down, notch out for the 2nd story window, and then it ends on top of the kitchen window. So we had 2 notches and 60-degree soffit cut. And now we get to paint the edges and pray that it fits. We are done for the day. I'm all packed up and pretty much ready to go. And done Not the best angle because of the way the sun is right now, but all the boards are in. So, I think I'll be up here tomorrow. I am not sure. It's supposed to potentially rain. I don't know. It is cooler tomorrow, so it'll be nice. If I am up tomorrow, all I'm going to be doing is like caulking and getting stuff ready for, and I might start on the trim or something like that. Nothing major. Next week would be the battens. I might, if I come back tomorrow, I'm going to get maybe a rattle can of spray paint and paint the electrical box and the meter pole and all that black, just so it blends in a little bit better than what it is right now. It's got chunks of red from the old paint on it, so it'll make it look a little nicer. But that's it for now. We'll see you later. Good afternoon. It is Sunday, well, around noon. I'm the only one up here today. My wife and I and kids and that went to church this morning, and so I just got up here and ate lunch a little bit ago. But it is cold and cloudy. It's only about 48 degrees right now, something like that. So I'm not going to be doing a whole lot with the cabin. It's just more of a kind of doing caulking. Try to spray paint the utility stuff so that it blends in. Right now it's actually too cold. I'd like it to warm up a little bit, so but at least there's no wind. But it does allow us to see the cabin a lot better. The sun isn't at an awkward angle, so you can see it much better now with it being cloudy and whatnot. So yeah, plan for today. I probably won't do a whole lot of videoing. If I do, it might be on time lapse. Is just doing miscellaneous, kind of touch up caulk, stuff like that. Getting it ready for trim and battens. And I'll probably start the trim and battens next week. So it's lightly raining outside. I finished everything I wanted to. I got the caulking done. And then I got the poles painted, or the electrical utility stuff painted. I'm taking the dump trailer back because it's mostly full. I'd like to get a little bit more full, so I think I'm going to try to do a little bit of demo. It's nice and cool out, so it's a good day to do it. So we'll start on that. If I can find my impact. There it is. So I'm going to be taking, this is a closet, or was a closet, and then this is kind of a weird access to the upper room here. And so I'm going to be taking all this at some point, all this down. But for now, I'm going to probably just take this wall out and see what's up here. I think it's just sheetrock with some joists and plywood and whatnot. So we got to take these out first. All that. Here we go. Woo. All right. Ah. Oh. That made the room look so much bigger. Wow. And I haven't even gotten rid of this or the other wall yet. This room was, it seems small. It's still a small room. It's I don't know what the size is, but I'm guessing it's maybe 15 feet by 10 feet. Except for obviously you have to deal with slanted walls over here, but I'll be building some custom cabinets and whatnot to fit in the slanted side. But, well, that should be plenty for the dump trailer. I now have my work cut out for me for the rest of the day loading that up. So, I couldn't stop. This is what I wanted. I wanted to get this out at some point, and I got room for it in the dump trailer, so I just kept going. I just got to clean it up now. But the amount of space it's immensely bigger. It just looks more brighter, even with the dingy wood paneling still and everything. But I'm gonna leave the ceiling sheetrock for now. I got enough to fill my trucks or my dump trailer, so we'll leave it for that. That should be it for this week's video. I should be back up next week, and hopefully we will be finishing the siding, like doing the trim, battens, getting that all done. If it goes really well, I'll be doing finishing the siding and taking down that massive scaffold. We'll see. Have a good week. We'll see you next week.